Hello and welcome to Burned Horizons. This is Alpha Build 28, which is probably going to deploy today, actually. What is it? The 6th of May, a Wednesday. Our usual cadence is development features go in on a Monday, we do some testing, and then we release on Wednesday for all of our play testers and anybody that bought or backed certain tiers in the Kickstarter and have access to the game. You know who you are. Anyway, I'm joined here by Chaos, who is just going to be chipping in with some wise words of wisdom. Whoa, there's a whole bunch of alliteration for you there, man. Cool. Say hello. Hello.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's all good. Cool. So this build is actually pretty exciting. I've been testing it for a couple of days now, and we've added in a couple of new features. We've squashed a few bugs, and I'm just going to go through most of that today. I've actually halfway through a playthrough. Those of you who've watched some of these videos before would know we start up there. And I've actually cleared, you can probably see their dead bodies around here somewhere. Wow, the camo is serious. Where are they? Ah, here they are. There we go. A couple of dead guys there, and there was one over here somewhere. There he is. Yeah, so I think one of the major changes that we've implemented, because the game has been very challenging, and we've basically had an initiative system where the enemy goes first every single time, which is not accurate. These guys here, Cobalt, Quake, Sheepdog, and Hawk, are all trained soldiers, and a lot of the enemies in this area are not as well trained and shouldn't really be getting the jump on our guys every single combat engagement. So we've actually hooked up the initiative system to the turn-based system and the ordering, and they link directly into the stats of the soldiers. So for example, just popped open Sheepdog's inventory here by hitting I on the keyboard. You can actually get to that by clicking on the backpack as well, which is kind of handy. And you can see the attributes we've got defined here are at the top. So you can hover them and see attack aptitude is quite an important influence on initiative, but it's not the only thing. There are a few other things as well, like cohesion, leadership as well. There's a little bit of randomness in it, just to keep things feeling fresh and authentic. And eventually, we're going to build out these systems in such a way that the context of what's going on is going to impact the initiative as well. But we've just got these fleshed out as a basis for now. So when we do get into tactical engagement, the likelihood is that most of our soldiers will act first. Which, for those of you who've been struggling, I know I've been struggling a lot of the streams to get through some of the combat encounters without any casualties. This will be good news for you. The bad news is, as the game progresses, there'll be better equipped, better trained enemies, and you won't have the jump on them as easily. Yeah. What else? The one thing that's been a bit of a bugbear for me is having weapons all set to the default. So at the moment we've got Cobalt with a shotgun there. We have our normal, what is this thing? Is it an AR-51?
Well, it's keep in mind too. Some of these weapons are the models don't accurately represent what they might be.
Yeah.
So, for example, this would essentially end up being an M4, but the model is not exactly accurate when it comes to the era, like the 2002 era. So,
Yeah, we are building out a modular weapon system at the moment, so we haven't got the final models in. We just want some placeholders there so we can test out some of the mechanics. Sheepdog's also got a shoddy, and we got a giant deagle here.
we need to rescale that, scale that
Yeah,
down.
that's cool. So we've just dropped that in as a placeholder for now anyway. You can kind of see we need to update player models and stuff, but the gun works and you can execute it. You can see I've actually shot 4 times already with this. So we're good to go. So we've got different guns, and these guns have got different ranges. So for example, if we pop on Overwatch, you can kind of see that deagle range there. And this is the assault rifle now, and you can see the Overwatch range is a lot further, right? Shotguns, I believe, are fairly short ranges as well. All of these are placeholder values for now. We've been doing a lot of research and design into real world numbers for weapons. So, effective distance numbers, how bullets perform in certain situations. And so we'll be linking all that up eventually. But as we're forming these systems, we are just kind of we're abstracting that away a little bit. And we will then dig deeper into the mechanics as we progress. But yeah, this is a nice feature. It's now progressed a little bit further. There was a bug before where enemies would wander into Overwatch and it wouldn't trigger because it was kind of right on the edge of that range. So that should be fixed now as well. We'll see in the playthrough, I guess. But I'm pretty excited about this now. Cool. Right. Let's actually do something here. Oh, I missed him. Oh, he's got a weapon up still. Pop that down. Right. Cool. So, yeah. How do we do stuff in this game? I guess before I get into an engagement here, I think it's worth just exploring some of the UI elements that we've got in place. So I'm going to try and restrict this to just how it works now, but bear in mind that all of these systems are in their base form and they will be expanded. Again, a lot of our design work the last few weeks has gone into context-specific interactions. So, if, we've got a bazooka or rocket launcher on this guy and he wants to blow up this building, there would be us hovering on this building and it would give us a context menu with the actions that you could then interact with it with. So there is that kind of stuff in the pipeline. Keep an eye out on that. But for now, with single soldier selected, you can use the quick shortcut control on your keyboard, which can be rebound in the menu to just quickly move around. This was a highly requested feature because at the moment we have this command wheel which we can bring up with a right click, and all of your movement can be done here. At the moment we only have one function, which is just move to position, and that's exactly the same as the control click there. What else have we got here? We've got targeting. So as you bring up the wheel, you can hover on this inner wheel subcategory and it brings up targeting specific actions that you could execute. So you'll probably use aim shot quite a lot when you're shooting in tactical engagements. And then suppressive fire is something else that you can do, which consumes 3 rounds of ammo and kind of nerfs some of the stats on the enemy that you're suppressing. Did you want to add something there? Sorry.
No, I was just want to add that we're also going to be overhauling suppression and Overwatch, so they mirror. So right now it's a placeholder mechanic, right?
Yeah.
And it only, for example, suppression only affects accuracy of the enemy. But as we layer, and I always like to say one thing that you'll hear me repeatedly say when we do these is layering. And the way I look at it is, so we start off with the foundation, some placeholder of this, or rough, like a rough start for something to get it in game, but then we start layering in the depth to it. And this is another instance. So suppression and Overwatch are in there now in their base form. The next layer to that will be making them represent tactical reality. So suppression would end up being not just affecting accuracy of the enemy, would be a byproduct of what suppression does, which is pinning enemies in place, preventing them from firing and from moving. So that way, other tactics, like for example, so you could use your operators to flank the enemy. Anyway, yeah, that's my 2 cents.
Yeah, nice. Thank you. I've just moved my mic so that it's not so loud on my keyboard anymore. Apologies for that if you could hear me clicking away. Cool. Yeah. Thanks for that update. That's really useful information. We are pretty upfront with where we are, but we're also honest about where we're heading towards. And yeah, we're powering on our way in that direction, which is great. Anywho, more command wheel stuff. So what else we got here? We got Overwatch, which I've already shown. Yep, that code. I mean, this is the sort of the placeholder Overwatch mechanic that Chaos is talking about, um, and it works as expected for now, and is actually pretty effective. I find it's pretty good use of AP in tactics. We also have some medical options here, so plasma and triage. I haven't actually used the plasma mechanic much, so in a moment, if you could talk through that, that would be great.
Okay.
The bandage one will help patch up some wounds, doesn't get rid of them, and there is a chance that they can rip open as well. Um, yeah. So yeah, just keep that in mind. Yeah, how does the plasma work?
So the plasma um, is something that you, as we build this out, you might not see as much on because keep in mind too, the setting is 2002. So there's certain ways things were done in 2002. You're not going to be limited by it, but the way you would basically start off is with how things would operate in 2002. Very rarely would you have plasma on the battlefield. That would be more like a medical tent back at your fob or whatever. But to answer your question, the way plasma works in the game is so unlike XCOM and other games where health is just a number, like a hit point thing, right? With our system that we're building out, you have a couple of factors. You have a blood factor into it, like so how much blood you lose, and then you have other things like broken bones, etc. The way plasma works right now is so let's say that you're bleeding out. If you end up using bandages to stabilize the wound, that is to plug stop the blood loss. Plasma would be used to elevate. So let's say that the way we have our system set up. Let's say that you're bleeding out and it's you're in the kind of critical stage. Plasma would bring you up a level on the blood loss. So you
Okay.
couldn't stack it. You couldn't like say use 5 blood bags and you're magically healed again. It's basically another stabilization thing until so your operator is out of jeopardy and you can send them back. As we build this mechanic out, you send them back to your fob or your cop or whatever to get like more detailed medical care. So that's kind of a long explanation. I'm sorry.
Oh no, don't apologize. Yeah, the detail's great. I didn't know, so yeah, that's really cool. I'm going to move on then to equipment. Grenades. Oh, probably my favorite mechanic in the game at the moment. Pretty straightforward. Just throw a
Yeah, yeah,
grenade, it blows up
yeah.
and does some real damage. The
Oh,
trick is
boom.
getting close. But we can also reload as well. So, in fact, I'm going to do that. There we go. We've gone 27 up to 30. Fantastic. Thanks for the reminder, game. We also have some looting mechanics as well. So if there are, in fact, where were those dead bodies? Oh, they're right here. There we go. So yeah, once hovering over, you can then go and loot their body. You do need to bring up your inventory to be able to exchange it. We are working on overhauling this the system again. Just placeholder for now, but you can go and grab bits and pieces there. Our devs actually right now are working on updates to the inventory system and the UI in general. So a lot of the pinch and pain points here will be resolved fairly soon. So watch the space for that update. Nice. Can close that. And we've got end turn as well, which will be for ending your turn in tactical engagements. Okay. We also have the inner ring. The end turn was in that inner ring. And these are for more kind of like toggle state-related actions as opposed to action categories like the outer wheel. So you can change your standing position. Eventually, we'll have prone and all sorts going in there. For now, it's just stand and crouch. And then also weapon ready and not. I'm not a military guy, so I don't know the proper term. But that's what it does, man. Awesome. I think I've covered it all. Did I miss anything? No. So you can see there's some empty bits here. They're going to fill out as we add more features to the game. So we're at the moment we're working on kind of core mechanics and gameplay, and just getting that gameplay loop nice and tight and enjoyable and rewarding and challenging. But once we've done that, then we can kind of start filling out that wheel a little bit more. But yeah, cool. I'm not going to go into fire teams. So we do have some plans in place for organizing our squads. So as you can see, I'm kind of moving in twos here. They highlight them in the left-hand bar there, but we're going to be adding some more sophistication to this down the line. I'm pretty sure there's enemies around here, so what we're going to do is we're just going to get our weapons ready. What is interesting, I got my 2 shotgun guys here. Let's have a closer look. Yeah, so actually...
Yeah, and also...
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, go ahead, go ahead. No, I was just going to say on that. So right now, going back to placeholders and stuff like... so each operator has a role, whether you're like, you know, a multi-role or you're a combat medic, etc., right? So as for just testing, they start with like our basic weapons, but we're also going to be building it in. Obviously, we're building it into where you can basically pick your kit. You can decide what weapons you're equipping them with, etc. So these are kind of just placeholders for now. So
fantastic. Yeah, I've been begging the devs to add a crate to the game with a bunch of gear in it that we can just pick up and load out ourselves. So we'll see if that ever happens.
Yeah, right.
Right. I've kind of awkwardly only got one guy with any sort of range effectiveness here. And I'm not sure about... Actually, I think the pistol range was a little bit further. So what I might do is kind of just watch this left flank. Oh yeah, that's horrible. We're going to have to go down here. Move these broskies up here. Right, we'll
And while you're doing that too, going back to the weapons for a second. So some of the weapons that we have in game are obviously placeholders, but we're starting that layering process with them too. So for example, even if the model doesn't exactly fit right now, we're starting to model them after a model. We're starting to bake in the specs for real world weapons. Like for example, our sniper in the game, our marksman, come with an AWM, and we will be, which is a real sniper rifle. And so over the next week, we'll start layering in the real world numbers for that rifle in the game.
Yeah, nice. Right. So we actually have a tactical engagement, and as promised, the initiative order has delivered. All 4 of our soldiers are going first, because they're better trained than these filthy casuals over here. Look at this guy. Wow. What is he actually holding there? Okay, cool. So he's got the M4 model there as well. Nice. They are a little bit more deadly than they have been in the past, so they can perform Overwatch themselves. And they can throw grenades. So the way I've bunched up here is actually a little bit concerning. Now,
certainly if they throw a grenade.
Yeah, if you can get close enough.
Yeah.
Now, what is interesting here is that if I try to take a shot at this guy, you can see that the color indicator is all coming back as red. And that is because he is carrying a short-range weapon, and actually the drop-off in range to reach there is so far that he's not going to make any hits. So we're not going to do that. What we will do though is we'll walk up for 1 AP, and again, for those of you who've seen the game for the first time, we got another bogey over there. Your AP is shown here on the lower bar and also down here as well. So we need to fix our tooltips there. Anyway, they show up over here, and bearing in mind, most of the time, it takes 1 AP to fire a shot or do some other meaningful actions. So, for example, all right, this is still out of range. So I'm just going to fire wildly at this guy. There we go. And we'll get the shotgun guy to come on up and help. Oh, well, on the wrong one? Yeah, I was. Okay. Probably should have gone that way with him. Okay, we'll just move up and support. And with a bit of luck, we'll be able to take this guy out with the carbine, because he is suppressed and standing in the open. So that should help us out. I'm actually going to lower weapon and just run up this way. Oh yeah, we do have a cover system as well. Should keep that in mind. I totally forgotten about it, which means I've just walked into the path here like a numpty. Cool, so he's on 0.6, which unfortunately is not going to give him much that he can do. You can see these AP limits on these. So I think we just end his turn there. And then this guy, let's see if he is in range. He is not. Okay, we'll move up. Right, don't want to bunch up too much. Let's go here. Wait, where's my carbine guy? Oh, he's
Down on the far left, I
yeah,
think.
yeah, that was a mistake. I should have taken the shot. I thought it was this dude. Oh well. That means I'm not gonna be able to make this shot either. Okay. Now we're gonna cheat a little bit here and shotgun suppressing fire this guy. Right, let's see what's happening. Looks like Hawk took a hit. And then Sheepdog. Oh no, Hawk went down. Okay, so it was a double hit in his hand. It blew his hand off and he bled out pretty much straight away. That's unfortunate.
That's what happens when you have all your guys standing up in front of the enemy, bro.
Well, you know what, dude? You play it next time, and then I'll commentate on your gameplay. It's fine.
No, it's just funny. I was watching a movie. I was watching a movie last night, and
Yeah.
it's funny how they have. This is a side point. It's like they had these supposedly experienced operators running out in the open to fire, and you're like, nobody would do that. Like nobody would do that, right? You're gonna hide behind stuff. But anyway, that's a side ramble.
Damn it. I thought I'd take a chance and shoot the that guy. Oh, right. So actually we've had 2 armor hits here, which is really unlucky because the chances of the armor actually blocking rounds is pretty low. And Quake took 2 shots there and both of them didn't penetrate the armor. So don't forget you got this log here if you ever need to read up on what's going on. Cobalt's in some danger here, so he's going to have to patch himself up. So I guess this is where the blood pack's going to come in useful, right? So he's got a severe wound here that has been patched up. It could easily rip open. He's also short on AP, so yeah, we're in some
And
dude.
if you look at his wound resilience, it's on red, so he's basically on the verge of bleeding out.
Yeah, exactly. Cool. Right, why can't I move?
And that's another thing. That's another thing too. So as we're actually, goes back to what you said in the beginning. We're iterating fairly quickly. So we're adding a lot of new features in, we're layering new stuff on. And so some of it's just to kind of show you how it works. Some of it's to get it inside so we can experiment with it. But like one of the things that we will be doing, like for example, so let's say you get a character right now. If you shoot a character, you'll generally get a knockdown or a knockback, right? But they
Oh, he just popped himself onto Overwatch while getting grenaded.
Oh.
That's awkward. I think I might be in trouble here,
Yeah.
actually. Also, there's 4 of them. Right, Cobalt's KIA. That sucks.
Oh, so just to finish that thought real quickly.
Yeah.
So whenever you get a character get shot or whatever, right now they get knocked down, but they get right back up. What the next layer we're going to add to that is where if they get knocked down, depending on the wound, they might not be able to get back up. They might only be able to crawl.
Yeah.
But when it comes to blood and other certain types of triage, they're going to end up being limitations for that too. So, for example, you're likely not going to be able to do a blood pack or a plasma pack, even if you have it, if you're taking fire.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, man. Quake's missed a couple of times and it hit the armor again. That's wild. What is this guy wearing? You got some, like, Iron Man armor on there. What are you doing, dude? That's crazy.
Yeah. We're going to probably have to look at those numbers.
Indeed.
And see what's going on there.
Right. So I wonder, can I throw a grenade from cover? Right, you reckon? Oh, that's not going to be able to hit both, is it? Is that... Might put the first guy down and just wound the second guy. Let's see what happens. Okay, sweet. We got one. Sheepdog is wounded, as is Quake now. And lots of scars forming at the moment as well. So this is the accelerated scar path as well for our current build. So this is happening quicker than it actually would in the final build of the game. But, you know, it's at least showing how it's working. So yeah, I mean, these guys have seen some shit already. Got combat hardened, immune to panic at least, and then some PTS. Looks like Sheepdog got hit in cover there. That's unfortunate as well. Quake, who's been missing all of his shots. It's all up to you, man. I think we probably need to patch. Well, at least we're going to get a fresh run through fairly shortly.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think it took all of his AP just to patch up. Yeah, I mean, this is sort of reflective of real engagement, right? You can't just stop in the middle of a path under live fire and put a band-aid on, you know? Yeah. Yikes. You know, before we started the stream, I cleared out that first encounter with very little problem. Oh, we just had a guy bleed out there. That's nice. And then this one has just blown me away. It's crazy. All right, there he is. Just on the edge of the vision range. Cool. He's still bandaged up, which is good news. I saw that we got bloods here. I assume he doesn't have any. Yeah. Okay.
Well,
Cool.
you had a medic though, so you could go loot your medic that was killed. He's got he's got plasma bags.
Ah, so it was Cobalt. He's in the field over there, though. I think I need to follow the tactical documentation I've been reading today and clear the threat before I go and do a triage.
Right.
Right. So,
Yeah.
I think this is a pretty
And I
long
tell you,
shot. So, I think
right,
I'll
I think
just
this
take
is
it.
something that I think this is players will find this radically different than say XCOM or even like the newer Jagged Alliance, because tactics really matter. The way you approach the battlefield. Also, the maps are really big, so it's not like everybody's kind of smashed into the small area where you can't really take advantage. You know, you can't really take advantage of those things. So tactics is going to be a big thing. And once we start layering in things like morale checks and things like that for when you're flanked or under fire or whatever, it's going to make the tactics part even deeper. So
Yeah. So Quake's got a chance here of surviving. I'm not sure where these other three enemies are. I assume they're on the flank here somewhere, or they're a little bit further in the distance down that road. But they aren't shooting at me, which is a good sign. Let's go and loot Kobold then real quick. I mean that with respect, of course, Kobold. Please don't take offense. Cool. So wait, where can I apply these? Oh, I've just dropped that one accidentally. My bad. That is a bug in our UI that is being fixed at the moment. So I can't equip these on him anywhere. They just go into the backpack for now.
oh
Or
no,
should
you
it be
should
there?
well, no, so you should be able to
There
drag
we
and
go.
drop it now. Yeah,
Right,
they're
there we
gonna
go.
fix that. So right now, when you loot, you have to basically drop it into your backpack and then move it over. And after they finish this revision of the inventory, you should be able to drag and drop it directly.
Okay.
So, yeah. Also, something we're probably going to do is so when you go to looting, instead of actually having to drag and drop it, where if you double click it, it would just put it into your backpack if you want to do it quicker.
Yeah, nice. Okay. Yeah, still no visibility on the enemy. So I'm going to just apply these bloods real quick. So the idea here is that this is going to Ah, so it's increased
Yep,
my
you see it?
wound resiliency to yellow now. Fabulous. If I do it
Yeah.
again, oh, I haven't got AP for it. Um, we
Yeah.
actually need to get out
I
of
think.
this area here, I think.
Yeah.
Right, we'll leave. I'm happy with yellow for now. Let's get running. Great shout out on the picking up the blood packs, man. That was good.
That's another thing too. I mean, I think this is going to be deeper than some other tactics games. Is medics are actually going to have real importance in this game, not just for their skills, but for what they take, what they have with them, their ability to use them effectively. Whereas in other games, medics really aren't. They're like you slap a patch on somebody and they're magically healed up.
Yeah.
Where, yeah, that's not what we're doing.
Well, we've got a real life doctor that has served, I believe. Has some experience as a medic on
Yeah,
the battlefield, feeding into a lot of our systems and stuff like that. So that's been really valuable.
yeah.
Right, we've got one that's popped out of the engagement now. So they must have been in this direction as I've run in this way. So I'm hoping that if I just motor out of here. Cool, that's one more gone. Right, I forget the shortcut keys actually, so it's a good moment for camera shortcuts. The keyboard has got 1, 2, and 3 bound to various cameras. So we have over the shoulder, we've got kind of like the isometric third person view. Well, I suppose this is the proper third person view.
Yeah, yeah.
Isometric view and top down view, 1, 2, and 3, which is pretty neat.
And you
Uh,
can pan up and down when you're in third person and isometric, I think. So you can
yeah,
pan up and down.
Yeah, I'm actually
You can
trying,
look up
and
and down.
you used to be able to. So you can certainly in this view. Um, you can pan up and
Oh,
down
I
like
wonder if
that.
that.
Should
Well,
do that. Oh, there we go. I think it just got
yeah,
a little bit bugged with the turn order. So yeah, I can look up and down. I mean, this is my favorite perspective in the game. You can't turn and look right
yeah,
behind you. Which is
yep,
realistic.
yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, pretty neat. Right, let's continue the great
And one
trek.
thing, and one thing that we have, you and I have talked about, is adding possibly a first person mode to it too at some point.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I'd like that. Yeah, we can actually get the aiming mechanics in as an SOP slider that we can enable if people want to actually aim.
Yeah.
Can't remember what
And
that
if
game was
people
called.
don't know
That's
what,
just done that. Remember, I sent it to you. There's actually it's part of the game mechanic. Is it's essentially we're not building this game, obviously, but it's like XCOM. But when you do your shot, you actually aim down the first person sight to then make the shot. So there's that kind of added skill level there as well.
yeah.
Cool.
Another game that I think is another game that I've played that's implemented that I think recently they've been out for a couple of years in early access, but I think they just added this mechanic is where you can go into first person and do that. End state. That's what it was. That's what I'm thinking
Instinct.
of.
Nice. Yeah. Right.
No, end state, like
Oh,
end of
end
a state.
state.
End state.
Sorry. My
Yeah, yeah.
bad.
That's all right. That's my accent, man. It's all
We are
good.
a
All good.
multinational team, aren't we?
Oh, wait.
Right, so because I've only got Quake going here, I've applied that last blood pack as well, so wound resiliency is a bit higher, so he's feeling okay. Still wounded though, which will impact his accuracy. Um, where was he hit, actually? We can look at that,
His
right?
hand.
Is
Right.
it, does this show, is that specifically the hand?
Um. Oh, I don't. I think we just have a generic icon.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
he might have been shot in the
Also,
hand.
yeah. Also, to keep as a reminder, though, for I already said it. So, but
Leg wound.
I don't know why. I don't know why I'm having a problem with my words today, but I am. Um. The blood bag right now you can basically stack it, but when we add the next layer on, you won't be able to do that until you're like back at a fob or a medical tent or something like that,
Yeah.
where it's a more of a long term recovery.
Right, so
Because that
looking at this area here, sorry to interrupt you,
that's right.
and this is almost certainly going to be occupied. We need to get over into the distance down there as our compass is pointing to us, that's where the objective is. So he's just trying to get there so he can get out of here. So I'm going to have to be kind of careful. I'm not going to go right through the buildings, and I actually want to get sight on these guys, hopefully before they see me. This has made me think that like a lone wolf Iron Man version of this game may be kind of interesting. Oh wait, his wound is just broken. Did you see that?
Yep.
Yeah, so he's got a leg wound.
Yep.
I thought there was something in this bush, man, because all the blood just shot everywhere. Okay, right, he's patched up. His S plus ranking's gone up, so he trusts himself, man. That's great. Okay, soldiers there. You can see them over there. They're just on the edge of vision. Cobalt's gonna love this. He's gonna be able to like scoot on around everybody and get to the objective with no problems. Okay, cool. It looks like we dodged the worst of it there. Now we just gotta hope we don't run into anybody on this path. I am not hopeful.
One mechanic we're also talking about doing as a future implementation is sort of where you can in real time plot your path and your actions out. So like waypoints and things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, as a future mechanic.
Yeah.
So
I
that
mean,
way you don't have to.
Yeah. Sorry, you carry on.
Go ahead. No, I was just gonna say. So that way you don't like if you have an idea where you want to go, where you're trying to go. That way you can as an individual operator or as a group, you can plot how they move and where they move to until you actually end up engaging or you decide to stop them. So.
Woo! We did it somehow.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. I'm just going to continue the op for now. Which is
This is hi guys.
Oh, hey, what's up, man? We're busy recording our live stream here. How you doing? This is Lord Spam joining us.
How are you?
Good, man. Good.
Also known as Alex.
Wow, we got call signs in here, man. We got call signs.
Yeah.
Gotta protect our identity from the millions of people watching this on YouTube.
You better heal your wound, brother.
Oh, thank you. I might be out of bandages though. Yeah, I am. So we're just gonna let Quake bleed out, I guess. You haven't implemented the helo yet. That's gonna come in and pick him up. So at the moment, he just waits for build 29. Look at that. Look in his eye there. Right. Build 29. Waiting for it. Wow, look how detailed this is. Actually, the models are pretty good.
Yeah, they are. And what's crazy is the models that you see. So we have in game right or on the back end of the game we have a character creator that the details even much better than what you're seeing right here.
Yeah.
So,
very cool.
Yeah.
Cool. I did want to get back to one of the points you mentioned earlier, which was about chaining movement commands together, and I thought it would be worth it talking about some of the inspirations going into the project. For that one specifically, Door Kickers and Door Kickers 2, I suppose, has been quite a good influence on a lot of our thinking going forward in the game. So in Door Kickers 2, you're able to essentially pause time, plot out your entire route. You can do it a whole mission by executing these sequence of commands in real time. They just kind of process. Yeah. Now, I'm not sure we're going to build a system exactly like that, but the idea of being able to plot a route through, send off your fire teams in different directions and all that kind of stuff will definitely feature into this. We want players to be able to play the game the way they want to play it. So, we'll add that in. So, I'm actually going to exfil, and that way Quake doesn't die, which is great. There we go. Easy game. It really isn't. It really isn't.
No, I die so much.
Yeah. I was bragging earlier that I managed to get through an encounter without any casualties or wounds. And then in the very next one, I got absolutely stomped. So.
Yeah.
Cool. Right, we'll do a second run now, and for the new players, is a nice helpful briefing here just to talk about the project. So do have a read of that. There we are, we're in it. you're right, Alex. Our real names are in here.
Yeah.
That was the objective we just got to, the K7 Crossroads, so we know where that is now. But I think for now, I'm going to kind of create my own objective, which is, again, some of the sandboxy nature of the game. That when you deploy into an AO with a particular mission, you can be the one that decides what that mission is. And that will have like real world impact and effects going forward. So, yeah, cool. Ah, sweet. We've got Varg, who's got that AWM you were talking about.
Yeah.
A few optimizations on the visuals. Oh, we have two. Oh my.
That's cool.
A pistol and this is actually a pretty rockin' team. These guys have got Overwatch for days. Let's just have a look at that range. Oh, I can't even see the end of it. There it is.
That's beautiful.
Fantastic. Cool. So I think we're going to be better off here. Let's organize our two snipes. They're going to kind of Overwatch. Actually, would like to implement a shortcut key for Overwatch because I use it quite a lot.
Yeah.
And pop an Overwatch that way, just while we organize ourselves here.
And that's also something that we're going to be doing as we go forward, is implementing more kind of context menus, or where the command wheel has memory too. So it's all ways to reduce friction, make things more intuitive and easier, to give the player options how they do things.
Yeah, very true. Cool. We're gonna split up a little bit here, I think. I kind of want to get my sniper up on the higher ground here, and we're just gonna kind of post up a little bit in this direction and hope he doesn't trigger anything. And we get these dudes coming in to the middle here. In fact, they could probably hug the edge. So let's just change this Overwatch slightly to cover. I guess we want to cover the path to a degree there, and then these guys have got forward vision on this path over here. So, oh no, don't get stuck, buddy. You're okay. We've got some optimization still to do on the map. So, right, let's get this weapon raised. I'm not sure what he's going to do with his deagle, but I guess he's going to shoot guys with it. Cool, I think I just caught a flash over there of some enemies, so let's get a high ground snipe doing something useful here. Hey, a little bit of feedback on your mic there, Spam. Sorry about
that.
That's okay.
Quiet up.
It's not too bad. It actually just sounds like some actual in-game comms. So we're going for realism there in our stream as well. Okay. Right, so we have a pretty strong protective... Ah, there we go. Yowzers. Oh, it just triggered the Overwatch. Cool. Did he hit? Oh, he hit him in the hand. Yes, Disco Bunny. Now, I had a word with one of our devs about the accuracy of the sniper rifle. And I basically said to him, I like it because it never misses at long range. It's not entirely true. Whoops. Sorry, I almost knocked my mic over there. They do miss. So close range is obviously the bullet effective range curve drops off the closer you get. At long range, it's pretty good. At these sorts of ranges, I mean, a guy with a sniper rifle that's been trained as well as he has will be able to hit his target, 9 times out of 10. But if he's taken damage under suppression or seen some of his teammates die, his accuracy will be impacted by that. So whilst it's pretty strong at the moment, it isn't always going to be a 100% hit chance. So, right, we've got all 4 of our guys in here. So at the front of the turn order, we have a pretty interesting flanking opportunity here. But I don't want to overcommit here because I actually want to get through a run without getting killed. And that is the objective. I want to clear this town of all hostiles with 0 casualties. If I can do that, in my eyes, that's mission accomplished. Alright, that guy's just about in there. So I'm actually just going to plonk this behind him. Right. Hawk's got a deagle. To me, if he's got a deagle at this time and place, he is running in to go and cause some trouble. Can I get into... Oh, not anymore, unfortunately. Kind of want to get into cover there. Right, let's raise weapon. Now, what is interesting here is we can actually do a suppressing fire on him and let our other snipe take him out. Damn, he's rapid firing that sniper.
Yeah, that's going to need to get tweaked too.
Yeah, because it's just a general suppressive fire,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. So.
Yeah, it's not specific to the weapon itself.
Ooh. Oh, he misses as well. God damn. Okay. I was feeling pretty good about that shot until he then went and missed it. So the range is fine. I think I'm just going to move kind of here.
And also, too, I know we've already kind of hinted or said it before. These factors are going to change as we start layering other things on, like we add optics, skills and pathways, things like that. Those numbers, hit probabilities will change too.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep, we've seen the giant table of real-world stats based on weapons that we're going to be implementing in the game, so cool. This is the guy I'm most worried about. He missed his first shot. Damn, he hit Hawk in the leg again. Was it about him taking shots to the knee? Is he from Skyrim? What is going on? Okay. Right, Priest needs to come help out here. So he's just got weapon raised, yeah. I basically just want to get a shot on this guy. Hawk. Oh, okay, there's a couple there. Let's see if we can get a clean shot. So that's yellow. That's also yellow. Okay, we'll go on the suppressed guy and hope for a hit. He missed. Alright, Hawk. Oh man, he was going to run in and throw a grenade at these guys. I wonder if he still should. No, that seems silly. Let's run back and then apply bandage to self. We've got 2 shots here, so we need to hit one of these now. Come on, bro. Why did he lose his... what happened there? He got 1 shot. What's happening here? I feel like he lost an action there. We may just have to log that as a bug. Yeah, that's a 1.0.
Do not penetrate armor, is what it says.
Yeah, I mean, it does have 2 actions here, so it looks like it's taken 2 shots.
Yeah.
So, unless I double-clicked or something, we'll just need to note that bug. What is the timestamp here? 48 minutes in the stream, so I'll be able to go find that later. Let's see if it happens here as well. Really need to be hitting some of these shots now. There we go.
Beautiful.
Straight in the chest. And he's going to take a second shot straight at this guy, I think. That hit armor. Why is the enemy's use of armor so much more effective than ours? That's what I want to know. Oh, yikes. Shot a priest there. Cool, he missed twice. That's good. His buddy must be just behind him that I can't see him, but he still took a shot. The priest is dodging like Neo from the Matrix at the moment. That's pretty crazy. Your telephone's ringing. Right. Hit armor and missed. Right, so he's formed a scar from that, which is unfortunate.
We also need to make a note about the log formatting. The way the font changes, the font size changes.
Yeah.
Kind of an edge case thing.
All right, this guy's really struggling. Let's get behind this tree. A second wound. He's sorting out. Right, I'm not sure if I've got sight on him. Oh, I do. Sweet, sit down.
Nice.
There we go. That's much better. So I think I've worked out what the issue might be with Varg. He was doing the suppression and then went into shot, and I suspect that's double using his action there. And he's missing everything too, which is slightly strange. So we'll investigate that, but Disco Bunny is definitely carrying, which is great. We're going to move him up a little bit in case we get sight on another. Right, no active wounds at the moment. We don't actually have any blood packs on anyone, so...
Because you have no medics. Yeah.
Nope. Yeah, that's correct. What is the roll code for medic?
CT-17.
So CT-17 is not here.
Nope.
Yeah.
So LR-42 is your marksman sniper. XO-39 is like your kind of your team leader.
Yeah.
And RW-31, he's like your recon scout, infiltration sort of operator.
Okay.
More designed to be behind. Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Right, he's just gonna hide here. Right, so with a bit of luck we can spot this guy. We have pretty great overwatch here from up the hill. I actually quite like this position, even though I'm missing everything. There we go. Cool, and I think we can do full movement to get up here. Tactically, I'm feeling a little bit better about this. It's better than usual.
Right?
Yeah. Let you pros tell me whether it is actually good or not. I guess the one anomaly was Hawk running into the middle of the live fire with a deagle and getting shot in the leg twice. Probably not tactically sound, but yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
but one thing I like about not just what we've built so far, but where we're going is it really mirrors, and it's going to mirror how you work in real life. Like when you play XCOM, or even to a large extent Jagged Alliance, which I love, it still doesn't have that sort of, I don't want to say depth, but it gamifies depth where we're actually going more towards like an Arma, Inspiration, Tarkov, that sort of thing.
Yeah, exactly. Cool. Wow, this is giant Overwatch, isn't it? Oh, it's great. I can't actually see the end. I assume it's about here somewhere. His Overwatch actually extends beyond his visible range, which is kind of wild. Cool. I think we're going to just lower his weapon a little bit here so we can move a little further.
And I'm gonna have to head out. Sorry, wasn't able to provide a lot of feedback this time, but I'll see you guys around. Have a good day.
No worries. Thanks for
Have a
checking
good
in.
day.
Yeah, definitely. See you guys around.
Cheers.
See you, brother.
Okay, see if we can... What is the right move here? I want him to have some vision. Okay. Maybe we'll bait the last guy out. Nothing yet. Okay, cool. Right, so I think we're going to run up to this corner. Actually, just peek around here and see if we can get sight on him, and then our Overwatch can take a shot. We got some nice cover set up here. So we'll just go right there, I think. Let's get into first person. There we go. Tree's a bit in the way, but... Yeah, I don't see him. Where has he gone? I'm a bit concerned. Anyway. Cool.
You got to hit it when the enemy just doesn't sit out in the open and let you shoot at them.
Right? I know, right? It's very inconvenient. Right, he's out of bandages, actually, so yeah, I think he's going to have to go and get some help from a buddy. Cool. We'll just continue walking up here. Actually, Yeah, let's do the Overwatch. Let's be careful. Right, we need to do some first aid here. Actually, this with no blood packs, we were actually in a little bit of danger now. Because Hawk's wound resiliency is so low, he's going to keep on breaking open. I mean, this is a yellow wound, which isn't as severe, but yeah, every time that pops open, he starts bleeding out, and we need to get to the mission objective. Although I've changed that for this, so we're going to just clear out this this village. Cool.
Also, it's important to point out to people, like, so your wound resiliency could be different than the level of the wound that you have. Those could be different. Like, so for example, let's say that because the wound resiliency right now represents blood. Obviously, as we layer in more things, it's going to be beyond, it's going to encapsulate more than that. But right now, it represents basically blood loss, right?
Yeah.
So you could have a severe wound, but in one turn, the wound resiliency could be, say for example, just below green, which is like, blue would be just below green, and that would be wounded. You just started your blood loss, or first level of blood loss, right? But your wound could be critical wound. So by the next turn, that blue could turn into yellow or orange or red. I mean, it depends on how severe the wound is.
Yeah. Cool. I think our guy is probably running away, so I'm just going to move up with some speed now that we've got that Overwatch set up at the front. Just be a little bit careful. Oh, it's still no visual. Man, yeah, I mean the game is coming together nicely. We have a lot of systems and stuff in place now. People are really getting an idea of how this game is going to work. We'll just keep this Overwatch up, I think. Right, Hawk. You're going to continue to be bait, I think. Let's just run you right in the middle. I am not completely comfortable with this, so I think we're going to just pop an Overwatch down the main channel here. Did I see him? Did you see him on the left there?
Contact. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so. Oh, that means all my Overwatch is pointing in the wrong direction. Okay. Alright, I think we can squeeze around this way, actually. There we go. Right. So he's got 1.8 AP. So actually, if I run up in that direction to 0.8, I may be able to lob a grenade. Where did he go? Okay, right. Not cool. We'll do a little pistol Overwatch there. I think maybe we move up this way and we can set up an Overwatch pointing out behind this building. Did you see which way he was moving?
Looks like he's moving towards the. Looks like he's moving towards the building.
Wait, is that him there? There he is. Oh, whoops. What's happened? This part of the map is a little janky when it comes to the elevation. There he is there. Okay, cool. This actually seems to be... Oh. Oh, shit. Okay, right. He hasn't got... He's only acting further down. So I've actually cheated a little bit here using the turn order widget to basically eyeball where they are. In the proper version of the game, you won't be able to do that. You're going to have to spot them yourself. It's been quite a controversial feature, actually. A lot of people are like, well, I can't see the enemy. And we were like, well, yeah, that's how it goes. They're wearing camo, right? But we do want to give people settings in the SOP, and there are graphic settings as well that make it a little bit easier to spot enemies. I mean, that guy's right there, so I should be able to see him pretty easily. Right, let's raise weapon.
It's probably also important. You might want to point out what the SOP is, so they understand. So people.
Oh, you go for it, man. You're the expert.
No. You can say it probably much more succinctly than I am. I tend to.
What does it stand for? Give us that first, and then I'll explain it.
Well, it's basically your standard operating procedures.
There we go.
The actual term is what it means. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, it essentially boils down to. I would see it as a that section in the menu for a game where you're not playing on the default settings. You're not just choosing Iron Man mode. You're not just choosing a difficulty. What you're doing is you're going and you're changing settings and checkboxes and sliders for all different aspects of the game to tweak it and customize it to the exact experience you want to have. So if, for example, you don't want to see all this blue Overwatch lines everywhere because it breaks your immersion, that's something that you'll be able to go and toggle off in the SOP. What else? Yeah, I mean, the visibility, the camo, the engagement. I mean, you'll be able to turn off a lot of the UI if you want to as well.
Yeah.
So yeah,
And
basically
it can
any
affect a lot.
aspect. Yeah, and what we want, sorry, before you continue, is we want to tie that into modding. So the way we've been building the systems is with modding in mind, so that developers and enthusiasts can come in and actually write their own code and make updates to the game and accessing it through the SOP, where they could add their own settings that control certain aspects of the game. And yeah, together that makes it for a very powerful, customizable experience, which I think is pretty cool.
Yep.
Right, sorry, I've gotten distracted here. For some reason I'm on 0.8. Hit his armor. He's wearing some plate, I guess. It's slightly awkward. I guess we'll just end turn there. That's interesting. Need to double check that actually. It looked like the order changed. I don't know if you noticed that. But Disco Bunny's been KIA, so that's mission fail already. Oh, not Disco Bunny, Hawk. Not cool, man. Anyway.
Cool.
Right, so the problem is he is in cover, and it looks like there's a 1 AP cost to get out of cover. And he can't see the guy that was here. I guess he's just going to have to keep the Overwatch up. Alright, Snipe, you need to be able to take him out. We can't see him anymore, so he's moved out of the visible range. Okay, I think what we do is we just bring this in a little. First raise weapon, then move 0.8 this direction, and hopefully see he flashed over there. Okay, actually we take that shot then, I think. He missed. Alright, Disco's turn. Take a shot at him as well. Come on, now the snipes are missing. Maybe I was just getting lucky earlier. There we go, that's a hit. Hit him in the leg. Okay, so he'll stop bleeding out. With a bit of luck, he misses his shot. Or he didn't. So Disco's taken a couple of rounds. Yikes. Cool, it's getting pretty hairy now. Right, so he took his Overwatch shot and missed, which is a shame. Hit armor. Okay, at least he's hitting. He's down 0.8 as well. That's because he's not weapon ready. 1.0. Okay, so I burnt at 0.2 there, which is unfortunate. End turn. Okay. That guy will hopefully just bleed out now. So I'm going to refocus on this guy. Man, yeah, it's definitely something up with Varg. Shooting twice and missing both times, so... Oh no, he hits him in the chest. Alright, so
yeah, I mentioned this last night when I was doing my test, is that the sniper rifle definitely needs to be tweaked. Both for accuracy and for the effectiveness of the bullet. So, for example, if I remember right, I think either I want to say that the AWM is a 308.
Yeah.
I don't remember, which is a lot more deadly than a 5.56.
Yeah.
Round, which is your AR M4 carbine round.
Cool. The guy moved up actually. I think he couldn't see past the tree. Right, cover guy. I want to see now if this is actually going to be... Alright, he has no sights on him. Okay, so the wall is in the way. We actually need to come out of cover here. Let's just move this way. Okay, so he can come and support. But we have a pretty clean shot on this guy now, at least. I say that. He keeps bloody missing. Oh, man. Okay.
I'm not sure why we have him firing twice.
Yeah, I think it's a bug with the... basically with the... suppressive fire with a sniper. It's not supposed to be able to do the suppressive fire. And so after that, after shooting, he missed and shoots twice and uses 2 actions. So yeah, we'll just add that to the bug list. Yeah, we're getting murdered by this guy here is a super soldier. Whoa, this guy, look at him. Interesting. You can use the shortcuts on this as well. That's cool. All right. So what he could potentially do is some sort of suppressive fire here from cover. Yeah, it's got 1.4. And what? No, not Overwatch. We'll pop the suppressive fire on him. Cool. And then this should help with this shot now. There we go. Hit chest.
Yeah, we're gonna need to get that fixed today before we push out this build.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. And also we should point out to everybody that normally what we do is we're not playing a test build. We're streaming a build that's already gone through the bug checks and stuff like that. So
Yeah. Hey, there we go.
so because we've noted, we keep noting all the bugs that we've got to fix, but that's not normally what happens in a stream because we've already usually done that before we play that build.
Yeah, I mean, the game is still pretty early in development, so, you know, there's going to be bugs in any build we play. Hopefully not game-breaking
absolutely.
ones.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I just noticed that anybody that ends up watching this or they'll hear us talking about all the bugs, but that's usually what we end up doing is before we do a stream, whatever build we're playing is a lot of that's already been addressed, even if you still have bugs in it. So
Exactly. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's what we're working on, right? So, you know, we're not going to pretend they're not there because they are. And, you know, we're pretty honest about what the game can and can't do. So, right. We're going to continue our mission to clear out the surrounding town. With this giant overwatch, I'm actually pretty confident I can just run up. Oh, we saw a guy over there. Interesting. Let's get out of line of sight and just set up a little trap here for them. Boom. You can see them running around there. And actually, if we can get this Overwatch, maybe he can get in cover. Oh, too late. Okay, he took the Overwatch shot and missed. Wow, that's a lot of enemies. You guys have got your work cut out for you here, man. Right. Wait, no AP? What's happening? 0.8. What's happening? Okay, so then maybe some of these scars are having an impact there. So I think what we do is actually just retreat a little bit because this is not great. And then I reckon if we get into, just pop over here and then overwatch this. Wow, the whole turn order widget's full of enemies. This is more occupied than I thought it was.
Oh yeah, that's not gonna go well.
No. Yeah, we are coming up to the end of the stream anyway. We've been running for just over an hour. Is anything else you wanted to chat about before we wrap up? And well, before my team gets stomped here.
No, other than I think we've mentioned, you know, the fact that Overwatch and Suppression are going to get an overhaul, if you want to call it. It's a
Yep.
deepening, a layering. Um, Basically, between now and mid-July, which is our sort of target for early access, we're going to be focused entirely on the combat loop, almost entirely on the combat loop.
Yeah.
So deepening all those mechanics like morale checks and flanking and making sure that the ammo and the armor and the weapons are near real world scenarios. So yeah, so it's going to be a lot of iteration again between now and between early access, the start of early access. So
Okay. Yeah, nice. As you can see, we got flanked horribly there. I was like looking up this channel here, thinking all 6 of them were there, and there's a whole patrol that just rolled up on us on that side, which I should really know about by now. But yeah, this game is brutal, but it's fun, and as more systems keep getting added in, every single run just has something different happening, which I'm really enjoying.
yeah.
Right, speaking of which, what can we do here? I think we got to do as much damage as we can. So stretch out this. Let's get these grenades out.
Wow.
Hey, he just ran away. What the hell? It was his turn. That is actually just a complete fluke. That's just happened there. Our AI is so good. It's dodging tactical turn-based grenades now. Yeah. I don't think Priest is long for the world here, so he is combat hardened from being under fire though, which is kind of cool, I guess. Can he make it through to another turn? Man, that was so wild.
That was a little wild.
Yeah,
I've never seen one run away after you threw a grenade.
yeah, it's
Oh,
amazing. Yeah, cool. I mean, there we go again. Yeah, that's going to be the end of our stream then. So thanks to those of you watching this on YouTube, and if you're watching it on the live stream on Steam, well, the pre-recorded live stream on Steam. Yikes. Thanks for sticking around. Again, any questions or if you want to get involved in the community, hop onto the Discord. The Kickstarter funded successfully there. You can still go and check out the campaign if you want. If you want to fund or get involved in a kind of like a financial way to contribute to the project, check out our website, which will be in links attached to this video and on the Steam page. But yeah, we appreciate all the support, particularly from those getting involved in the Discord, playing the game, giving us some bugs that they're finding, and just generally getting involved. It's super cool. We love the community that is starting to be built up. This is going to be a pretty niche game, and we really want to, make it for our community. So the feedback that you guys give us, we really take to heart, and it's super important. So thanks as always, Chaos, for joining as well. And we'll have another stream next week.
thank you.
No worries. Cheerio, everybody.
GG.
GG.